What's the word, my nerds? It's your boy, Professor Toke, and this is the first deck profile for the Heat Club. I'm doing this one for the Heat Club, and in honor of it being for the Heat Club, this is a fire deck. I am going to make sure that somewhere in the video I list how much this deck costs. And of course, I'm not saying go for max rarity, but there will be two different options on this, max rarity and just regular commons. But even if this is a common deck, this is a single prize beauty. Granted, I don't know if it lacks some of the nuances of today, like the way people play Pokemon today, but as a former deck builder for games like Yu-Gi-Oh!, Magic the Gathering, the old Naruto card game, and things like that, I want to step back into playing Pokemon because I haven't played since, I'm going to say 2012, 2013. And even then, I was a novice, not really entering. I was just playing around with the friends and the homies and stuff like that. But I would like to go to actual Pokemon tournaments. And it's not because of some kind of discrepancy in play or anything, but I would like to test my mental fortitude with some of the other great creators in this game. And if that means the Battle of the Mons, and I guess it's a Battle of the Mons. But here's my first deck profile. Please let me know down in the comment section any things that you would change. Well, let me rephrase this. This is my deck profile before Phantasmal Flames, because a lot more fire support will be out in Phantasmal Flames. And I really think after Phantasmal Flames is out, I'm going to do another profile of this deck. This is just until Phantasmal Flames comes out. But I honestly think that we are cooking here. So let's get into this deck profile. Of course, the deck features the one, the only, it's the boy, Ethan's Typhlosion. I know you see Monkey Dory here, but Ethan's Typhlosion is who the deck is built around. You feel me? He has his Buddy Blast attack. More importantly, this is a single prize. This is a two prize killer. This guy right here, this is a two prize nightmare. But let's get into it. So my thinking is, when it comes to the Mons, Monkey Dory, display some of that damage around. And this new Cinder Ace that was released in Mega Evolutions is somebody that needs to set up other Mons. This is the dream. You feel me? You get a Cinder Ace out first hand because it can be put in the active spot if you're setting up. And this helps you because it is a 50 attack. It is a 50 attack setup. Imagine if CNU EX was a single prize and didn't attack for like a ridiculous amount of damage, but I'm sorry, I'm scratching my arm, a little itchy. But Cinderace, perfect setup Pokemon. And now the secret sauce of the deck, Petilil and Lilligant. All right, so Lilligant helps Typhlosion because Typhlosion will get 20 more damage from each Lilligant that's like on my bench. So on top of my Typhlosion, he's going to be doing 6, 12, 18, 24. So he will be doing 240 in damage just off of each Ethan's Adventure in the discard pile, plus 40. So off rip, that's 300 damage off top, plus one Lilligant on your bench. That's 320, I think. Or that. Wait, hold on. I'm thinking my math ain't right. 240 plus 40 is, oh no, I'm wrong. I'm off by 20. So 240 plus 40, 240 plus 40 is 280, plus another 20 is 300. And we are going to get into the second part of the deck that I like is the item portion, and that is when I get into equipping my Typhlosion with a Brave Bangle. And to active EX Pokemon, he is now doing 330 damage to inactive EX Pokemon. And if it's a non-EX Pokemon, he's still doing 300 damage to that Pokemon. A lot of Pokemon don't have 300 HP. And when it comes to like some of the stuff that's coming out in Mega Evolutions, I think that's still in the ballpark of getting the job kind of done. Because again, like these Mega Evolutions have at least 320 plus HP, and the drawback is they take 3 prizes. So again, double prize, triple prize. This deck is knocking on the door at doing something nasty. But we're going to get back into these items. All right, Brave Bangles. Boost up my Typhlosion's attack. Neutral Zone. All right, so I was not thinking about this card, but it is definitely going to help pull the weight a lot. My biggest thing is my Typhlosion being my Typhlosion taking damage. So how this also helps my other Pokemon on top of that is they don't take damage from EXNV Pokemon. Like again, a lot of the Pokemon right now doing damage are EX and things like that. Unless we're talking about something of the Duscalops or things like that. But again, it's all about how you play. And my biggest issue that I've come across when it comes to this deck and me optimizing it as much as I want, don't get me wrong, Boss's orders do a lot, but Switch need those. Boss's orders kind of mess me up. So to help prevent that, I got switches. So I can make sure I try to protect my Typhlosions as much as possible. And then I have cards like Counter Catcher, so I can catch you off balance, especially in the early game and things like that. Like say you take a prize and it's 5-6 and you have an EX on the bench and I can do probably max damage with Typhlosion, I'm going to pull that guy in. But Technical Machine Evolution, got a lot of evolutions over here, especially my Lilligant and my Typhlosion, and I need to make sure that those are online as much as possible. You know, Nest Balls, Buddies, got to get as much of my basics in as possible. So nothing too crazy, but let's get into the trainer cards. This is where I feel like the deck is more or less like it's definitely the deck that I wanted it to be. All right, so boom, you cannot make this deck pop without your Ethan's Adventures. Iono to try to help if your hands aren't looking too good to do what you have to do to get to Ethan's Adventure as fast as possible. And then we got Lana's Aid again. A lot of evolution Pokemon in here. But the way Lana's Aid actually helps me more than anything is none of my Pokemon have a rule box. So everything here is free game at the end of the day. Fennel, you know, just in case my Typhlosions take some single prize, like some low, like manageable damage, 40, you feel me? But also, if Monkey Dory isn't doing their job at offsetting some of the damage that I took early game, that's when, boom, boom, we go into Fennel. Cool's Tenacity gets a neutralization zone. Hilda, Evolution and an Energy. Surfer, when I don't have access to my switches, or my switch is unavailable, or it's just a bad, and I'm done trying to set up with my Ethan's Adventure. all of these other ones are, all of these other, oh snap, I put everything. All of these other cards are pretty much like situational and depending on how I'm playing the game. Energies, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You know, I got at least an energy for my Cinderaces, so or trying to get at least a couple. But Prism energy for the Monkey Dory, so I don't have, and also, you feel me? I can put this on any of the other Pokemon, and it just gives a regular energy. Cool, fine. But 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 energies. So not overstacking the energies, but this is my Ethan's adventure. You feel me? I think I have I got a little juice with this deck. I think that situational for right now, I can pull off a lot of surprise and like sneaky situations. And the beautiful thing about it is all I need to do is knock out 3 EX Pokemon, and with 4 Typhlosions, I think that's possible. Even Cinderace can catch a couple of early basic evolution Pokemon that can also help us in the long run. So it's all about how you play. I feel like after Phantasmal Flames, I'm going to update this deck again, because again, in Phantasmal Flames, there will be ways of me being able to access energies and burn other Pokemon with items. So I feel like after Phantasmal Flames, this deck might focus on being more item heavy opposed to Pokemon heavy and things like that. But let me know down in your comment section, how's my deck profile? Did I do good, Meg? Did I do good? First deck profile, but I feel like I have a strong chance to go far with this build. If Ethan's Typhlosion, I'm going to load it up and see how it plays on TCG Live and things like that. But also some edits that I wanted to make to the deck. Probably add Victini. I made a Alakazam build. I might add an Armor Rogue, another Embor, help energies. I might bring a double prizer in here, but that kind of ruins the motif of the deck. Might add another Surfer back into the fray. See how it plays. Might need to do some type of trainer rotation, but this is what I've built so far. Let me know down in the comment section, how did I do? Do we got something dank, or do we have a dud? Let me know down in the comment section. But it's your boy Professor Toad, first deck profile in the books, and we gone.